Ms. Zainab, the recording has started, so you can kickstart the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Oladosu.
Okay, I think sharing has been disabled. Mr. Shegun, please, are you there? Mr. Shegun, are you there? I think he's no more on this call.
Okay, so while we have wait, because I want to put on my screen, I want to put on my slide so you guys can be able to see my screen and do the introduction of our facilitator. But then while we have wait for that, Mr. Dickson, we are so glad and happy to have you here as our facilitator. And I'm so happy to have you here because I believe I'll be able to also learn one or two at the end of this program. Yeah, so happy to meet you and so happy to have you here, sir. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Agbata Dickson Ukolojo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a statistics student from Kogi State Polytechnic. Yeah, actually, I'm a Power BI user and I'm not only yet to facilitate, I'm also yet to learn too. Because I can see a lot of my boss here now. So I think the class is not meant for me to facilitate. So it's all about, it's going to be like an interactive class. So I think I'll learn a lot from here today too. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So that is how we all grow, by learning from one another. And I believe even me myself, I believe I'll be able to learn, and I believe you will also be able to learn. And that's the way we grow, and that's the way we evolve as professionals. Yeah, so I want to put on my screen so that we can we can kickstart the program fully.
Six.
Please confirm you can see my screen.
It's not showing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has already gone.
So, welcome you all. Welcome that. Yeah. So, if you are able to see my screen, can I get a thumbs up? Yeah. Yeah. So today we welcome you all to the free day to Power BI Masterclass. And before we start, I would like to introduce the community to you guys and tell you what we do. Yeah. So CodeSphere Hub is a dynamic community and a social enterprise dedicated to empowering African youth and early career professionals through practical learning, mentorship, and hands-on experience in technology, data, cloud computing, software, finance, and other related fields. And it was founded with a vision of fostering growth and innovation. At its core, CodeSphere is committed to a voluntary community engagement, empowerment, and mentorship. So we are dedicated as a community to empowering youth who are interested in technology, data analysis, basically STEM courses, and also build a community where finance and technology meet. Yeah, so our mission and vision as a community is to nurture Africa's next generation of thinkers, builders, and leaders, and to also create a future where young professionals across Africa are skilled, confident, and globally competitive. Yeah, so I'll also be introducing our founder, which is person of Mr. Oladosu Ibrahim. Is a dynamic data analyst, certified cloud and DevOps engineer, whose career bridges the world of accounting, finance, and technology. With several years of experience across both domains, he blends the analytical discipline of his accounting background with strong technical expertise, supported by certifications from Microsoft, AWS, GitHub, and FinOps. As the founder and executive director of CodeSphere Hub, he is deeply committed to empowering Africa's next generation of technology, talent, reshaping, and how young professionals access opportunities in data, cloud, and emerging technologies. Through CodeSphere Help, he has led initiatives that train, mentor, and support aspiring professionals and career changers with practical job-ready skills. His articles have consistently championed digital transformation as a catalyst for economic growth and inclusion across Africa, reflecting his strong belief that technology can drive sustainability growth and broaden access to opportunity. He is dedicated to mentorship, innovation, and community impact to influence a future where digital skills serve as a powerful tool for social and economic advancement. So I will be handing up to the founder so that he can tell us more about CodeSphere Hub and what our operations actually looks like. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brian.
First, I give much appreciation to the moderator, Zainab. Likewise, I think also to the facilitator for our free 2 days Power BI Masterclass, Mr. Dickson, I'm very sure we are going to learn much more from him. And then I would say I've been following his dashboard, his analysis, Power BI dashboard on LinkedIn, attending to participating in different challenges from Onyx data to different challenges. So, and I'm very sure we are going to learn effectively from him. Yeah. So I won't say much because time has gone. So I will be able to hand over to our facilitator. Yeah. So CodeSphere Hub, I think the moderator has already talked more about CodeSphere Hub. What we do, we organize career guidance and mentorship. Likewise, masterclass, workshop, bootcamp training, community outreach, volunteer initiative. Likewise, skill building challenges and hackathon. And I'm very sure some people are aware about our data lab challenges we give every week. So we already have our top performer. We already have our winner for this week. And our winner will be announced by God's grace on Monday. So we'll be awarding a free Power BI Microsoft voucher to our winner as well. And likewise, we also do networking and peer-to-peer collaboration. Likewise, recognition and certification program. And then I'll be glad to say for we have a program currently going on, which is a free Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst Associate Preparation class. Currently, we have over 25 students who already passed the Microsoft exam at CodeSphere via our class. And we have more students who are going to take the exam. I think some are afraid. So the class is ongoing. Also, we also have a study section, a private study section. And then the private study section will fully be active by Monday as well to ensure more people and more participants are certified as a data analyst. So likewise, we organize industry talk and career speaker, guest speaker events also. So I will be glad to also invite everyone to CodeSphere to join the community, to learn more, and to be able to participate in other programs that we will be organizing. Thank you, Ms. Zainab.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brian. Thank you for all that you do for the community. Yeah, so moving on to the next agenda, I will be talking about what we are going to learn at the end of this program. We will be learning how to transform raw and flat data sets into efficient star schema models. We'll leverage Power Query for advanced data cleaning and transformation. So because of our time, I might not be able to go in deep into what we are going to what we are going to learn, but I know at the end of this program we will be able to touch every aspect of what we have projected to learn at the end of this program. Yeah, so to our facilitator, Mr. Agbata Dickson Ukolojo, sorry if I didn't pronounce that name correctly. I'm a typical Yoruba girl. So Mr. Agbata is a skilled data analyst and business intelligence professional with strong experience transforming complex data sets into meaningful insights that support strategic decision making. He has practical experience in Power BI, Excel, SQL, and data visualization with a focus on building interactive dashboards, reports, and analytical solutions that help organizations understand performance, identify trends, and improve outcomes. Beyond his professional work, Mr. Agbata is passionate about knowledge sharing and mentoring aspiring analysts. He actively participates in analytics projects and data challenges, continuously improving his skills while helping others learn practical job-ready techniques in Power BI and modern analytics. His facilitation style emphasizes clarity, hands-on learning, and real-world application. making complex concepts simple and accessible for learners at all levels. Please, I know you cannot give a round of applause, but I would like to see your thumbs up to welcome our facilitator into this program. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, Mr. Agbata, we are ready for you right now. Thank you very much for joining this program and for picking up our call, because I know you are a very busy person.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Ibrahim and Zainab and all the participants. And I think I see somebody, Mr. Namdi, before. I think they have been following each other on LinkedIn. So I'm very happy to see him here and others too. God bless you all. So like the moderator said, let me go to my, sorry. I believe we all have installed a Microsoft Power BI on our system, and so before then, let me quickly share this link where we can get the data set we are going to work on today. You can get the data set from this. So then, I would like to share my screen. So
stop sharing my screen so you can share yours now. So yeah, for some of us that said that you haven't installed Power BI, please, you have to install it yourself. But the data set for this program will be shared. Once we get it, we'll be able to share it.
Yeah. I've already shared it on the chat.
Okay, so guys online, you can actually get your data set from the chat box that has been shared, so you can be able to access it from there. Thank you.
Okay, so I believe you can see my screen. This is the data set I would like to work on for this particular program. Though the data set is not that much, but it's something that we do every day. So I believe it will help us to understand this program very well. So it's all about sales, order sales. So like if you look at the table, before then, one thing I do anytime or any day I'm working on a data set. So before I start my analysis or whatever, I always like to study the data set very well to know, okay, which type of data am I really working on? So before then, so let's quickly look into these data sets to just know more about it. So as you can see, we have the first column, we have order number. What this order number stands for, just like a unique number for each order placed. So, and currently on this table, we start as what as our primary key. And we also have order date, that is the particular date or the date where the order was placed. So definitely this data set is going to be what is time series data. So we can visualize a time series. Like what do I mean about time series? Any data that contains like year, quarter, month, day, time, we refer it as what as a time series. So then we also have a customer's code. This customer code start as what as our customer's unique identification number, and we also have customer's name. So if you look at it very well, they are similar. So I don't know how the data was computed. So though when we proceed, I think we are not going to use this customer's code. We are going to create a new one. Then we also have a customer type like wholesales, online, distributors, and so on and so forth. Then we also have warehouse code. So this warehouse means that is the warehouse when they are supplying the order. Like they have about how many warehouses they have? just for warehouse. Then we also have delivery name. Delivery name too, yeah, based on my own what I believe, I think the receiver, that is the person that placed the order, that is receiving the order. So if you look at it, the name here and the name, they're having the same name. Then you also have delivering a region. That is the region that is the customer's region when they are sending the order to. And I think the data set is from USA, because what I'm seeing NC, that is MOLAI. So I think this AI will be something like that. So FL is Florida. So then we also have a under status. Like at times when you place order, not all order that a customer places are completed. There are some that along the line they may decided to cancel the order. So if you look at it, you have two options here. We have completed and deleted. So this deleted means definitely the customer did not buy the items, or they did not receive the order again. So then we also have a product description. So product description, that is the items the customer is buying. Then we also have quantity. So we majorly refer it as the volume, that is the number of items the customers is buying or is under for. Then we also have unit price. So what this unit price means is that is the particular a price of an item. Then also have line total. That is, this line total means this quantity multiplied by what? By this unit price. So with this now, I think we can create like two additional two table with this current table we have. Then we also have another extra table that comes with it. That is the region. So okay.
Sorry, Mr. Dixon. Sorry to cut you. So someone said if you can share your full screen so they can see the pop-up. Is it possible to share your entire screen, please?
Okay. Let me. Okay. All right. Stop sharing first. Okay. Okay. So the second table, that is the region. So this is where we have like Alabama, Alaska, then the status where the state. I think this is not really necessary based on what I want to do with this. Then we also have a short code. So this short code is a primary key to this table. So if you go back to other table to look at the living region, so the short code and the region code, they are the same thing. So we are going to use this to link it up. Then we also have division. We also have region like west, southwest, and so on. So and division fall under this region. So if we look, when we talk about the hierarchy of this now, after region we have division. So with this, I believe we all have installed our Power BI. So let's quickly. We are running out of time. So let's quickly start with our building. So then let me open a new dashboard. For Power BI, there are many ways you can connect to data set. So basically, since our the data we are going to use today is an Excel's data, so we are going to connect it from here, or you can also connect from this. Sorry, we can connect our data. We can connect from here. We can also connect from here. So depend on what you want to, the one you want to use. Where do I have it? Sorry. Okay. So, we are going to Power Query environment now. So, you can see, you can view your data. So this is the first data before. So then this region data. So you can don't load direct. You can click on transform data. Okay, so if your data is not showing like this, I think it's more advisable to check this column distribution, column profile, so that you can see if you have error or mixing value on your data set, so you can check it. So this is my other data now. Then so then you can also check the type, the data type. This ABC means what? Text or general. Then you can see that this one is calendar. It shows that it's what is date. Then we also have okay, I think everything is quite okay. I don't think I made anything to work on here. Okay, so
basically our data type are okay.
yeah, the data type, everything is okay. So you can see the under quantity. You can see that is what is not whole number. Then the unit price is currency. So I think I'm using so I can replace it with USA. So you can see then this one, so I can change it, or I can still leave it in this way. So but if I started creating my measure, I'll be able to change it. So yeah, the data set column profile is quite okay. So what we are going to do now, we are going to start creating, we are going to add more table to this so that we can reduce this table. What am I saying? I want to have a dimensions table and the fat table. Basically, if you look at the region table now is what is part of my dimensions table. And again, if you look at this now, you can see column 1, column 2, column 3, and so on and so forth. And meanwhile, this is not the original data. If I should go back to the Excel data, I can see we have name, status, and short code division. But coming to my my Power BI now, you can see that you have column 1, column 2, column. So why am I having this? There's a way to solve the issue. It's not something that is big. So I'll go to this, click on this drop down, use first row as what as my header, because you can see that the header, they're already here. The column header, they're already here, name, status, and so on and so forth. So you just click on it, you can change it, use first row as what as your header, right? So now the next thing we are going to do, we are going to create additional two tables to this. Why are we doing this? Because we want to achieve a star schema. And why are we using star schemas? There are so many benefits while we are using star schema when we are building a report or a dashboard. Star schema help performance improvement and also help in user usability. Like you can easily organize your data or your column in one place. So the first thing I'll duplicate this. I'll duplicate this again. So the first one, I'll rename it as my what customers. I'll call it customers table or customer dim. That is dimension. Then this. So after this, so let me go home. I'll click on home. Then I'll choose columns because I'm going to drop some columns and I'm going to have some columns. So what am I going to have on the customers table? I'm going to have customers ID, customers name, customers type. Yeah. So choose column. So if you feel, you can check all. Customers code, customers name, customers type, delivery name if necessary. Okay. Customers name, orders number. Okay, so I'll click OK. So like I said before, I don't need this. I don't need customers code. It's too much. So what I will do, let me quickly uncheck it. Let me uncheck it. And so then another thing, when you are working with Power Query, every step you are taking will be recording on what apply step. So you can easily go back and modify the first step you have taken. So that is what I'm going to do now. Click on this setting symbol. Since I say I want to remove this, I'll remove this, then click OK. So then what else? So the next thing I'm going to do, you can see that I have a unique distinct, 50 distinct and 0 unique. So what I will do? I can sort it. I can sort and
1 minute, Mr. Dixon.
okay.
So, guys, please let's listen while the class is still ongoing and ask questions where we seem to be unclear. Then after this class, the recording for this class will be made available to everyone. So it's better we listen while it's taking us now, and then after that, we'll be able to watch the recording. So wherever we are unclear, we can ask questions like now. So please let's listen, guys.
All right. So what I will do, I can sort this either ascending or descending, but I prefer to go on ascending. That is from A to Z, from the lowest to the highest. Then I'll remove all the duplicates. So you remove all duplicates. I want to reduce the data set. So you can see that I have 50 distinct and 50 unique value. You can see it now, right? So the next thing I'll add index number. I'll make it to start from what? From 0. Sorry, 1 minute. Come on. What's new? Eh? What? What now? Right. Sorry. So the index number, I'm going to rename it as my customer's code or customer ID. Customer ID. So, and I can also move it. I can move it to the false one, or I can leave it there. I think I should let me take it to this place. So now I'm done with this. Then the next thing is my orders table. I'll be orders. So I will rename it order dime. So what this table is going to contain is everything related to the product and the orders number. So I'll do the same process I did before. Click on So on check, or like we can be selecting it, order number, order date is very necessary. Though we are going to create extra date. Code, customer type, warehouse. Oh, let me have it here. Product description, then under status, order status. Okay. Then we can also remove a duplicate too, if there is any. Remove duplicate. Okay. So then the Fox table we are using, that is the way we are using before. We can rename it as order fat. That is our fat table. So it's remain as our fat table now. So the first thing we are going to do, if you look at this customer's dime that we created, so the new customer ID we created, we need to import it to this fat table so that we can build relationship. We can create relationship. So how are we going to do that? We are going to use a merge query. Click on this drop down. You can see merge query here. Click on drop down. Click on merge. So, and we are going to use the name. We're going to use name to create the relationship. That is the customer's name. We have customer's name here, and we also have a customer's name here, right? So click here, look for the customer's name, then where is it? Customer's name. So if you look at it, you can see that 8,000 of 8,000 row match, right? So click on OK. Then you can see expansion symbol. Click on it, uncheck all. Then if you don't want to use, if you want to use the original name that you have on the other table, so you can uncheck this one. So, and we're only concerned about what? Just the customer's ID. We are just bringing the customer's ID to our fat table. So I've done that now. So after this now, the next thing we are going to do, we are going to remove all the categories columns. That is the dimensions we created before. We don't need them on this table again. So what fat table should contain just the values and the dates. Okay, so we click on column, select column. I need order, date, I need customer code. I don't need customer's name. I don't need customer type. Warehouse, I don't need it. Delivery name, no. I need quantity, I need unit, and I need okay. Sorry, I don't need this. I don't need customer's code since I've already. I can edit it. Customer's code, I don't need it. Then I need region. I need delivery region for the sake of regions here. Okay. I think I'm done. I will close and apply. Sorry, it's loading. So let's go to model view to see to create relationship. Okay. Though the Power BI have already detected the relationship, so but we cannot just rely on it. We can still check it. Other than you can see. So I want to check the property. I would like many to one relationship. Publish in a many to one cardinality. No. There is one to many. Single filter. Okay. Then I'll check this again. Yeah, order number, customer ID. So this one is well detected it very well. So then for region, so what are we going to do? We have short code and we also have a delivery region. So you can drag this. You can drag this to this. This is what you should pick notes. So I think it's correct now. Short code to delivery region. Okay. So it's called a star schema because all others dimensions table depend on the fact table. So you can see that every other dimensions table depend on this other fact table. So then we need to create one table. Though we have it already, but there are some measures we are going to create that we are going to use it, like date table. We are going to create date table. There are many ways to create date table. So, but for today's class, let's create date table first. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's start. I created date table using different methods. So there's the one I used to use. That one I use blank query. So I think let's use this one today. Calendar author. Let's see how it's going to be. Let's see. So it detect the date you have on your data. So there is date on this particular file table. So let's this other date. So you can see that it comes with what the times type. So and I don't want it to be like this. I don't want it to be like this. So what am I going to do? I can change it. I can change it to what? To just date. And it still come as what? Long date. I still don't like this format. So you can still come to this place and change it to what? To this short date. So then after this, we can also add our year, quarter, month, and yeah, we can also do that. So let's quickly add it. Add a new column to this. So I'll call this my year. equal sign, yeah, open bracket. So I'm going to call this Fox one again. That is my date. So call it, then I'll close. So another thing we create, let me create months or month number first. Month number. I can use months. Okay, date. Oh, is this one a table? Sorry, instead of column, I'm using measure. Sorry. So new column. Month number. So I'll call my date. So then another thing is I'll create quarter in case if I need it. So I want it to show like Q. Then I'll add upper side, that is and. So but it's like okay. So let me create my month fully now. That is month, in case if I need it. Let's make use of format. Open brackets, date, comma, for. Okay. So let's go back to model view. So let's create a relationship with this with the fact table. So then this. Okay. Then we can also come here. You can turn this towards you can mark it as what, as a big table. Turn it on. Date. Okay. So we have created we have done the modeling now. So we have created the relationship now. Then let's go to our Power BI now, the Canva. I used to use Power BI Canva setting. I love using custom 1080 1920. So that it can show very well. So now let's go back to our data set again. Let's go back to the data set again. So if you look at this, now we have quantity, right? We have unit price. We also have this start as what total sales. Then we also have order. So what we are going to calculate, we are going to focus about 4 KPI. I'm going to focus on 4 KPI, like total revenue, quantity or the volume sold, then total order or the order count, then the AOV, the average order value. So that average order value helps to predict if the customers is doing well or the company they are selling well, just for prediction. So I'm going to create those measures. So how are we going about it? Let's go back to this again. And before we started creating a measure, we are going to create a new table whereby we are going to host all those measures we are going to create. So let's quickly create the table first. So I'll call it calculated measure. So we are going to this measure. We are going to use it instead of picking directly from the FAT table. So we are going to create a measure from them. So the first measure we are going to create, let's go to table view. Table view will help us very well. So the new measure we are going to, the first one, we are going to create our total sales. Let's call this total revenue. So since they have done the calculation here already, if you look at it now, if you want to confirm, we can confirm it from here to be sure if this column are correct, if they are accurate. So equal sign this multiplied by quantity. Okay. 571.88. Okay, I think it's approximation. So I think it's correct. We can use it. And if you don't want to use it, there's still another way. You can use sum x, open brackets, the FAT table, that is order FAT table. We call order FAT, comma, order again. Then the unit price multiplied by what? The quantity. You can use this formula. Then you can also use this instead of doing multiplication, since it has already been calculated. You can also use sum order thoughts. Sorry. Total line. Where is my total line? So you can also use it. All right. So there is one thing I would like to consider. When you look at these order status, this order status means the ones that is completed. That is the only one the company have the revenue, right? So the one that have already deleted, we can't refer it as our revenue again, right? I think we believe that. So how are we going to do that? Let's quickly add another calculation to I think this might work. Let me use calculate, open. So, comma, I want to filter it out. I want to filter only where we have under completed, that is under status. So where do we have it? So we go to our, so we are going to call this order DM, order slash dim equals to status. When status is equals to what? Completed. So change it. Then you can change it, so I can change it to I want to confirm something if my calculation is working. So I will bring it into this. Okay. So since I have created one measure on this, I need to delete this. Don't be confused. Don't just when you are creating a report. So if you create your measures very well, it helps you it make your work easier. So don't just be drag and drop. Study your data set very well. It helps. So let's quickly check this. Let's quickly check this. I'll call this rev equal to some order, sorry, on the line tutor. So if I change it to this now, so we are going to complete this. So you can see we are having different figure. Why? Because of completed and uncompleted order. So this one now have what? It's the total of everything, both completed and uncompleted order. So, but meanwhile, this one now give you the accurate result. This is what you should have, because when customer deleted his or her order, definitely they didn't purchase that item again. So you can't calculate it as your revenue any longer. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to prove here. So that is why I created these two measures. So I don't need this one. I don't know if we'll be able to complete this class within 2 days, so because the measures, there are many. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to create our quantity. So we are going to repeat the same formula. We are going to use the same formula. We are going to use this formula. So what am I going to do? I can just copy this. Just that I'll do some modification. So I'll change this to quantity. Quantity. So instead of total line, I'll look for quantity. So same thing. So this one is still necessary. You don't need to change this one. Then under count. So let me modify this. Under count. So we are going to count how many under have been placed. So we can say you can use count or under facts. Under number, yeah, okay. That will help us to count the total number placed. Then average under, okay. Average. Average under value. So what we are going to do here, that is the total the total number of revenue divided by distinct count of under. That is what will give us AOV. Let me quickly add it, put it in bracket AOV. You can use divide. We have already calculated our total revenue. So, comma. Let me do it in this way so that it can be clear. Revenue. I'll call distinct count of under. So, okay. So we are still going to apply that principle that, okay, if like this now it's counting everything. So by adding that calculate to filter out the ones that is completed. So it will give us the accurate one. So what are we going to do? We're going to add calculate to calculate open bracket. Please come to this. And then that put it in quotes. Completed. I can close it now. All right. My AOV. Okay. Okay. So I need to change this to this other count. So yeah, AOV should be in currency. Then other count should be in number, not currency. Whole number. So after this, we are for the KPI card. KPI card will take us a lot of time, so I don't know if the class will be okay. Though I've already created all these measure down, I don't know if I can just copy and paste. So let's started it. We have started the journey already. So the next thing I'm going to create under the revenue, I'm going to have my previous months, because if you look at this date we have on the data set, we have just 2 years. So we have just 2020 and 2021. So I think I prefer to calculate month over month growth, and so, and how can I get my month over month? I have to derive my previous month first, right? So we are going to do that. Let's go back. We'll start a new measure. I'll call this PM rev equal to, we call calculate open bracket revenue, because we are working for revenue ones first. Revenue, comma. So we use date add open bracket, that is date column, we call date column, comma, -1. That is for this previous one, that is the last one month, comma. So I'll call my month. So then another thing we are going to create, variation or the variance. I do call it variance. Rev variance for revenue. So that is the difference between the current month and the current month sales and the previous month sales. So that is total revenue minus PM rev. So that will give me that. Then we'll now move to months. Okay, let's do create orders first. Let's create for quantity. PM for quantity. Ready to work. Open brackets. Quantity. Date added. Am I able to? Okay. Comma -1, comma month close. Same time, we'll create for variance 2. Total quantity minus PM quantity. That will give us the variance. Then for order count 2, let's quickly do that. PM. It's so that this is where we have a lot of work. It's when you are done with your majors, so your building dashboard will be very easy. So another thing again, let's continue creating the majors. So majors took me a lot of times. Other PM, that is other variance now. So the difference between the count under and PM under minus PM. So we are going to create for average under value. So I will use AOV. Let me call it PM AOV. So you know that the AOV, that is average order value, is monetary. So I'll change it. I'll change the format to currency. Then the variance to AOV var, which is our average minus PMAO. So it's still going to be a currency. Then I've plenty. I've created plenty measures now. So let me quickly do something so that the work will be easy. So I want to group anything related to revenue in one place. I will select it. Okay, just created 3. So you can see display folder. I'll call this my what rev. So if I'm looking for anything related to revenue, I know that it's under this revenue. Then quantity too. Quantity. My total quantity. That counts. So ET1. Okay. AOV. So this one now falls to under. Okay. All right. So I've grouped them now. Let me save my work first. Then I also have there is business case one I drafted from this data set. You know, you cannot just started drag and drop when you are creating a report, right? So there is something that will guide you, and there must be you must have an objective when you are creating a report or building a dashboard. So I created let me look for it. Though the business case one is part of what I sent. So you can get it, you can access it from the drive. So what I want to do, I want to create like 3 pages. So the first page will be overview. The second page will be my what performance. Then the third page will be a customer and regional analysis. So you can see what we are going to have under it. Like for overview, we are going to look for, okay, how are the total sales and other volumes trading over time, monthly or yearly? So that is a time series analysis. So we are going to use what? We are going to use line chart to visualize this for this trading. Then we also have which product or product category generate the highest revenue and under volume. So we don't have categories on this data set. So we're going to use the product. Then we also have what is the average order value and how does it vary by customers. So we are going to have this on our first page. Then for the performance page, so the first one, we're going to ask, are there noticeable differences in sales performance across sales channel or order. So I don't think we have channel aside from warehouse. So I think we're going to make use of this warehouse to answer that question. Then we also have how do order quantity and sales revenue relate? A high volume orders also high revenue orders. So this particular question is we are going to use scatter charts. We are going to see if there's a relationship between the quantity and the sales. If quantity affects the sales, so definitely quantity stand as our independent variable, and the sales now is going to be our dependent variable because the sales now depend on the quantity that they sold. So we are going to use scatter charts to check if there is a relationship between the two variable. So we also have which product shows or decline sales trade, and that requires an intervention. So we're going to use table for this. We're going to add so many things to it. Then another thing we have the last one, that is customers and the regionals page. So we're going to create which customers contribute the most to the total sales and how is revenue concentrated. So we're going to do that. So let's quickly do that. Though creating chart is not a big deal to me because it doesn't take much time. So what I should focus now should be the KPI. But let's quickly do all those things first. So I will name this the first one to be my overview. Then I will duplicate it. Duplicate. So I'll call this one performance. So customer and regional analysis. Okay. Okay. So if I'm building the way I do, I can just quickly do the skeleton of the dashboard. So the first piston for overview total sales by revenue. So I will only concentrate on the revenue because my dates to the x-axis, then revenue, total revenue to the y-axis. So then okay. Don't worry, everything will be fine. So if I arrange it very well, you see the beauty of it. So let's just do the skeleton first. So the next one talks about which product or category generates. So I'm going to use go to order. So I'm going to use this cluster bar charts. Yeah, I think it'll be fine to use this. Total revenue. So revenue to the x-axis. Then product description. Okay, so So, and I'll use filter to be controlling it. I want to have filter year as my filter, so that if I click on 2020, I'll be seeing sales for 2020. If I click on, so let's quickly go about where this filter here. Okay, add this. So I'll change it, change setting to die. So, okay. Yeah. So if you see the arrangement is not well arranged, so I can sort it by month. Then from ascending, so it's still not showing very well. So always be careful when you are visualizing time series, especially date. Always make sure that it will start with January. So how can we go about this? So let's go back to our table view and go to our date view. Since we are using months now, so we are going to sort month by month number. So I'll sort this based on what ascending order. So if I go back now, you can see it. So now start from January, February, March, April. So, all right. Then the third question for this page: what is the average order value and how does it vary by customer? So, yeah, what I want to do for this now, I want to create a table whereby I have many like I'll have total quantity, the customer bought, the amount the customer spent. The amount the customer spent will be our revenue. Then the average value of that particular customer, average order value of that customer. Then what else again? Yeah, this is what I'm going to have on that table. So I'll use this to select tables, customer. So I'll bring customer's name first. Customer's name, total quantity. I can just change it to what quantity. Then the revenue. So I'll change the revenue to because it's not going to be revenue to the customer. It's going to be the amount is the customer spent. So you just want to know, okay, which customer is performing very well. I'll rename it to amount spent. Then the order value, I will add order value to AOV. That is average. Instead of having everything because of space, I'll change it to AOV. So with this, we need to create another measure. We need to create another measure. That is customer ranking. So we want to rack how the customers are doing well. So we want to give them rank, the best customer. So before then, let me quickly work on the value. Let me increase it to 14. Then column header, make it 14. Okay. Okay. So we need to create a rank from customer rank. So want to see the best customer. Let's go back to table view. Let's create an image. We'll call it customer rank. So we're going to input that rank. Customer rank. So we use rank X, open bracket. We're going to use all. Yeah, I want to explain something here. When you are creating rank downs, you are creating DAX for rank. When you use all, it works. But when you use all selected, it also works, but they perform different functions. So what all does is that it's all the it rank all the customers. And if you select, it will still, the customer rank will still be the same thing. But if you use all selected, it means if you filter based on the product or any category, it will rank based on that filter. That is the difference between all and all selected. So, but for this, we are going to use all selected. But let's test and see what I'm trying to say. So let's call customers customers name, customers name. So we are going to rank it based on customers. Then what are we ranking it? Are we ranking it based on the amount they spend? That is the total sales. So we are going to rank it based on the amount they spend for our company. So we call improvement is so total revenue. Total revenue. So we are ranking it for ascending. From ascending means if the total amount the customer spend is starting from the lowest, then from descending, you start from the highest. So we are going to use descending because we want to see the customer that will be spending much with us. Come on. Then we are going to use dense. So what this dense means is that if customer that have the same they spend the same amount, so it's going to rank them with the same number. But if I should select skip, it will not rank them the same number. So I think let's go with dense. Then I'll close it. So let's go back and input it and bring it here now. Rank, customer rank. So let's sort it. You can see, start from, so what I was saying before, like all, let me make it clearly. So like all doesn't care. So if I select this product now, the Fox one still remain. Sorry. Let me check my all selected. Because what I shouldn't say. All selected now. So if I select now, it will change based on the particular item you are selecting. So for this table, I don't need total, I don't need anything. So let me quickly remove it. I don't need total. Then I will go to grid. I want to increase it. Let me change the border to the border color. These things are not even matters. I need to create the fast with this option. Padding. I want to increase to, let me make it 12. All right, so that it can be readable. So let's move to the next page. The performance page. Let's see what we can create here. Oh, so we're running out of time. Are there noticeable difference in sales performance across sales channel or other type? Well, let's use them. So I'll make use of this cluster bar charts. Yeah. On the warehouse. So I'll bring warehouse noticeable sales. My revenue. Total revenue. Okay. Then we also have how the other quantity and sales value related. High level model. Okay, we're going to use, let's go back. We're going to use scatter chart. Use scatter chart to do this. So, like I said before, our x axis will be our quantity. That is x axis now represent our independent variable, and total sales will now be our dependent variable, because the total sales depend on the quantity they sold. So you bring it to our total quantity, then this. So it seems that it's not showing. So another thing, I will bring in my, let's add customers name to the value, the values. Let's add customers name to the values. I think it will help us. Okay. Then we can come to the legend. We can add customers type to our legend to make it look different more. Yeah, I think we are heading somewhere. So then I will add the trading to see if it's trading up or negative. So let's turn it. All right. Performance. Okay. So let's check the next question again. Which product below design declines sales trend and may require intervention? So we are going to use table again for this, because I want to show details of the product, like the total quantity, I want to show the PM, the variance, the month over month on this. So I'll first of all add my product name, product this. Is running gets me column total quantity, then my revenue. Then I'll add PM rev. Then I'll add my PM rev variance. Let me check the formula. I think something is wrong. It's not supposed to be in this way. Okay. Yeah, because nothing is selected, so that is why. Let me save it again. So I need to I need to create this measure year on year. I don't have much time now. Let me quickly go back and just copy what's up. Yay. Fuck. Time is running in of time. Right. I created all the measure before, but I think I would have just copy and explain things. So for time wasted to create a new one, it's big time. So I'm going to create it under this revenue. So let me quickly explain this. This unique character, you can get it. Is a symbol, is an arrow. This one is up one and this one is down one. Let me quickly add this to it. Positive arrow. Positive arrow. Negative arrow. So you can get it. You can go to Google and search for unique. So if you want to get it on your own, unique for down arrow. So you can, if you want to use this, you can use this code. Depend on what you want to use. You can search for it on Google. So that has been settled. So this var you are seeing represent a variable. So var, that is var rev now means I'm calling my total revenue I've already calculated before. Then PM rev, that is my previous revenue. What did I use here? Okay, prev. So var growth, this is where my calculation comes in. So I'm going to use the one I've created on this particular measure. So this rev underscore represents this minus previous rev, of which is this. Then comma previous month, just like when you are calculating when you are calculating something like revenue now, when we have growth, assuming you want to calculate for growth, we now say instead of divide total revenue minus previous revenue, comma, revenue, close it, 0. So instead of writing it here, so you are representing this with what you have created here. So now, so I'm not asking the to return what it will return. If growth is greater than 0, it will return what? Positive. It will return this arrow. So if it is less than 0, that is it. If you divide this, if it is less than, it will return a negative. And the growth number we created, that is the value for growth. So all this one, let's delete all this first. We can start adding it to, let's want to show how it works. So let's add it. So it's only showing it's only displaying the icon. So if we should add, so I want you to return it with what? With growth. Time. I want you to return with growth. If I add growth now, if I click OK, so it's showing 0. Let me add date. Let me add filter so that everything can be working perfect. I can see the beauty, so that I can see the beauty of this. Yeah, let me add year to this. Time. So we can see that it's bad. So we are going to format it. How are we going to do that? So we're going to add, I want to round it to just 2 decimal points, round, and multiply it by 100, comma 2. So it has reduced. You can see that I have reduced to 2 decimal points. So the next thing, I want to add percentage, since I'm using this format. So I'll use upper side, quote, and percentage. So let's OK. Okay. So you can see that I already added the percentage. So one thing I want to do, I want to add space between this this indicator and the value, the growth value. So how am I going to do that? So since I know that this is a difference between, so I'll add and again, open quote, space. So I've done that. Oh God. We are running out of time. Oh.
Mr. Dixon, you can continue.
Okay.
You can continue.
Let's see if you can just create just the skeleton. Then by tomorrow we'll be able to finish everything. Okay. So I've done this. So let's go to the 3rd page. Let's go to the 3rd page. So the 3rd page now, we are going to create which customer contributes the most to total sales and how is revenue concentrated among and which region. Oh, yeah. What am I going to do? So, first of all, I will create I'll use do not chart to create customer type first. I want to see customer type. I want to see customer type. Customer type. I will add it to this. Total revenue. I'll turn off my legend. I'll make everything all labels. Then my slicer is space. Let me reduce it to 80. Okay. So another question is talks about that is the second one is talking about the region. So here I'm going to use this to visualize my region. Region. So under regions, I think it's this. Total revenue from region. Okay, then I will use shape map to do the others. I want them to be very close to each other so that if I should select northeast, it will filter this. If I should select this, so location should be named. Where is my region? Region name. So I'll add it to the location. So then the color saturation. So since I want to work with the performance, that is the revenue. Let me just do this now. All right. Okay, let me just leave formatting for now. Let me leave formatting. So then the question talks about the customer before. So let's quickly get like top 5 customers and the bottom 5 customers. So first of all, create top 5. Customers name. Okay. So I want to just have just top 5 customers. I don't want to see all. I just want to have just top 5 customers. I can use here. Come to this. Get top 5. Break my total to this. So then by tomorrow, where we are doing formatting, I'll be able to add to use bookmarking to create bottom 5, because when you are seeing top 5, you have to see the bottom 5. So we have already created the skeleton, just the skeleton of the dashboard. So by tomorrow, we can do more. So let me create one measure before I go. I want to know how many, the percentage of the order that has been completed. That is the order completed rate. So how am I going to do that? I have to create a new major. Since I've created, what am I going to do? Okay, I'll create completed. Okay. Okay. Yes. Since you have calculated order in that manner before, I think we can just create it. Just let's call this one total order, both the one they deleted. So let's count this. Order facts, order number. Mind you, I used to check my major if I'm creating total order to be sure. Order count. Order count. Okay. So order count now is okay. So let me change this total order to completed order, because I just want to filter out the one that is completed order, which going to give me calculate open brackets order count. That is the completed order. So I will call order on that called D, where status is equals to completed. So I'll create another measure. I'll call it order rate. Order completed rate. That will give me divide completed order by total by order count. That is everything by 0. So I'll change this to what? To percentage. So then I'll create another one. I'll call it uncompleted order. That is the one that deleted, or let's call it deleted or cancel order. So this one, you don't need much, just 1 minus the total order completed rate. So change it to percentage. Okay, let me go to performance. I want to show, I want to add it. How many order has been completed? So let's into P. Okay, completed order. Okay, 95%. I don't need the title. I don't need. I need the label. Okay, so what I want to show here, I want to show how progressive, how their performance is moving based on order completed and not completed. So I'll add, I'll use the donut chart to do that. I can create it with donut charts. I think I'll add it to value, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. I can make the space to be 85. Okay. Yeah. Even the title, I don't think the title of this is necessary for now. So let me turn it off. So I'll add order council to be, I think that is what I labeled it before. Council. I'll add it to the same. So I'll go to the color. Slicer is color. Okay, I think I have color that I want to use. And so I'll make it to be just. So, like if I, for this warehouse now, order that came from this warehouse, like 5% of it were completed. This should not 5.30. So I think let me change the decimal to just, let me remove decimal. Let me just make it just 0. Okay, so Zainab.
Yeah, I'm here with you.
I think we should stop here for today. So by tomorrow we continue.
Okay.
So the mistake I made initially was I shouldn't have started creating a new major from the beginning because I've created it down. So I should have just be copying and be explaining. So creating majors take a long time. Even the KPI too. Yeah, the KPI, I haven't done anything on the KPI. So by tomorrow we are going to work on the KPI, or should we quickly add those measures we created to it? I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Dickson,
Yeah.
I want to appreciate you for your job well done. And then you creating the images and not just copying and pasting was actually very, very impactful for me. And I believe that same thing with other participants as well. So it's like an added advantage for those of us that listened all through the class. Yeah, so I will also like to appreciate the depth of knowledge that you shared throughout the session. And then tomorrow we can continue tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I also want to call on Miss Raima to give us a closing remark.
All right, thank you. So by tomorrow we don't need to do introductions.
So before we go, please, before we go, Mr. Dickson, please can you like allow us ask like 2 or 3 questions?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone.
Wait, no, please, 1 minute, please. Yeah. Okay. I've seen officers hands raised for some time now, but then I didn't want to interrupt Mr. Dickson. So officer, please, you can ask your question now.
Okay, hello, good afternoon. To Mr. Dixon, thank you for this class. I personally am very grateful. So I have a quick question. I think I got like something mixed up somewhere. So the performance dashboard, the second dashboard, please can you go to the performance dashboard? Yes. Okay. So for this MOM revenue, please can you go to the DAX measure you wrote for it?
MOM, Abi.
Yeah, is this MOM?
Yeah, we are still going to look into it because we are going to have it under this all the KPI.
No, I'm talking. I just want to. I just want to
Okay,
ask
okay.
question on like the not this one, like that the one that has unitrial, that unitrial characters. Okay, yeah, so you said for this return, you said return if growth is greater than 0,
Yeah.
negative arrow. So I think I'm mixing something up because I think I don't know if growth is greater than 0, that means that there is an increase in like the growth, like maybe growth is 1, 2, 3, so it is a positive like positive something. So he said if growth is greater than 0, it should be negative arrow. Like those okay, I think I don't know why I'm getting it wrong. Like I was thinking that if growth is greater than 0, it should be something positive. So it should be positive arrow. Then if meaning that there's an increase in growth, like compared to the maybe this year we made 120, last year we sold 100. So there's an increase in growth. So it should be like a positive arrow. Then if growth is less than 0, that means that maybe last year we sold 120, this year we sold 100. So that means that we are declining. So if growth is less than 0, it should be the negative arrow. So I think I got that mixed up, that if growth is greater than 0, negative arrow. If growth is greater than less than 0, positive. So I thought it should be if growth is greater than 0, positive arrow. If growth is less than 0, negative arrow. So I think that was where I got something. I don't know. So that was what I got.
You didn't got it wrong. You got it right. That is how it should be. Though like I said, we are creating a skeleton, so we are not yet done. So, and okay, let's quickly add. I don't think it's even working perfect. Let's add months to it to see if it's working. So if growth is greater than 0, it should be positive. Yeah, it should be positive arrow based on the revenue quantity. So assuming we are dealing with like cost, assuming we have cost, total cost now, cost should be when the previous month is higher than the current month. Definitely there is something is happening, because as a businessman, you have a capital amount that you are using. So if the cost price keep on growing, definitely it should be negative. So for this situation, it should be positive.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you got it wrong. You didn't get it right. So let me add more to this. Let's see how it works. Okay. Yeah, I think it's working perfectly. So, okay, look at this table now. This is the previous month now. So for April 2020, so for March, we are comparing March and April. So this is my previous month, right? This is my previous month. That is for March. So, and this is the current month. That is April. The current is higher than the previous, so the arrow is up, right?
Yes.
So that is what it should be. Even, I still need to create a color code for this. So if the previous sales is less than the current year, so it should be showing a green color. Why if the current year is lesser than the previous year, should be showing negative color. So I think let's just create that color code for one for this before we go. Let's quickly add it. We are going to create all this tomorrow. Let's just add this to it. I'll use switch. True. This might not work. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. I'll call if MO greater than 0. Give me green. How this 5 take entire. Okay. If MO less than 0, comma, give me red, close, else. Let me add neutral color. Let's say this is black. Okay. Yeah, it may not work because of this measure. It may not work. So we need to create a new measure again to use. It's not that hard. So let me quickly do that. Months. This one just plain one, so I'll just call it, sorry, total revenue minus PM revenue, comma, 0. So I'll go back to my color to edit it. So instead of this now, I'll change it to okay. So I can add it. Let me quickly add the color to this. Color formatting, font color. Change it to value. The last person that asked, I think you are okay with this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your question now have pushed me to add more, to create more measures. So we are going to create all this tomorrow. So we still need some. So can you see it now? That is what I was talking about before.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay. Yeah, so any other person, like I just need your hands raised if you have any questions. We are taking only one more person. Then we call it, then we have a closing remark and then we call it a day. Any other person, just raise up your hand. Okay. So since we don't have any, I really want to appreciate for the time and the knowledge shared. I believe myself and every participant who happens to listen on this call must have learned one or two things that will actually make their work or operations easy. So before we call it a day, I would like to call on the founder, Mr. Brian, to say one or two things, then we have a closing remark and we call it a day till tomorrow. Yeah, Mr. Brian, let's have you now.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone.
good afternoon.
So first, I want to give a very thanks. I want to appreciate the facilitator, Mr. Dickson. I have been following through all your analysis, the DAX, most especially the DAX. There are some important things of which I was even noting down. So, and I was hoping everyone as well is also noting some important things down, which we assist and aid you to any dashboard you want to also be doing going forward. And so seeing this, Mr. Dickson has been a winner from different challenges, close to more than 4 or 5 challenges that I've witnessed. And I'm very certain by tomorrow we will have a full, effective and efficient dashboard. I'm very sure of that. Likewise, I also want to appreciate the moderator. Likewise, and all participants who are here today to witness this program. So the program will continue to tomorrow, and as seen in the flyer, we are going to issue certificate of participation, and likewise, free Microsoft voucher will be awarded to participants who are able to replicate the dashboard, just for early submission. So in order to be entitled to the certification and the Microsoft Power BI, so we want everyone to be here tomorrow. Let us ensure we are all here. Invite your friends, and likewise invite your other participants in the group. So thank you so much, guys, and Mr. Dickson, thank you so much. We'll be willing to have you tomorrow as well, and it's nice having you also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, to add to that, Mr. Dixon, one of our participants wants to appreciate you, and he said that Mr. Dixon has a lot to offer. Let's have him on time tomorrow. Thanks. So,
All right.
Wale George, we're going to ensure that we have Mr. Dixon very early tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. God bless you too.
Yeah. Rahima, please just give us our closing remarks.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. Well, our founder, Mr. Ibrahim, has said it all together with the moderator. I want to thank Mr. Dixon so much for taking out time and making the effort to take us through this intellectual journey. I mean, you've taken us from the transformation of raw data to this beautiful report. I know it's not yet done. I can't wait for it to be done by tomorrow. I'm sure by the time you finish formatting it and all, it's going to look very, very appealing. I want to thank you so much. And for everyone that stayed on the call, I want to thank you for your patience. We're all on the quest of seeking knowledge. We're all on the quest of seeking knowledge. We must put in the effort. Whatever we don't understand now is going to be understood as soon as we lay our hands on this and try it out ourselves. Because when you start working on your own, you are going to discover so many things along the line. As you encounter challenges, as you get stuck, you begin to troubleshoot and you learn new things. So just tell yourself, if Mr. Dixon can do it, I can do it. But what does it take for me to do? I need to put in the work. I need to put in the effort. So thank you for being on the call all the way, and I hope we'll all be here tomorrow as early as possible so that we can start on time, because Mr. Dixon was under pressure. He was under time pressure. We don't want to put him under such pressure tomorrow, please, because it's better he doesn't import all those figures. It's good we saw him bring everything one after the other, import it into the report. So Mr. Dixon, one more time, I want to say thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us and not keeping it to yourself. We really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to having you tomorrow. Thank you once more.
Thank you, ma'am. All right.
Everyone, see you tomorrow.
2 o'clock.